what's up guys? Just doing a little lesson today on Mick Taylor style major pentatonic leads. Something he did in the Rolling Stones a lot, and probably a lot more than a lot of the other blues guys at the time, like Clapton or Page, Hendrix or Peter Green or Paul Kossoff, or all the greats, you know, all the guys we all love. Mick Taylor obviously studied those guys as he replaced, you know, Peter Green and the Blues Breakers after Peter left and Peter replaced Clapton, and I feel like Mick Taylor was a student of all those kind of great white English blues players. But something he did in the Rolling Stones that was kind of different, I feel like, is he had some songs where they would almost have a country feel to them, like Honky Tonk Woman or Tumblin' Dice, songs like that, where Keith Richards was using the open G tuning and a lot of major chords. And just well suited, I guess, to major pentatonic soloing. So those are the kind of things that Mick would do, and he had a lot of kind of signature lifts or riffs and phrasing that he would use that I think sounds really great if you've got a major pentatonic solo you want to do, or some major key you want to solo over. So today I've got a backing track in the key of B major, and it's just very simple, just kind of. Kind of stuff like that, that's something similar to what Mick Taylor would play in standard tuning on Tumblin' Dice, where Keith Richards would be in open G tuning with a capo at the fourth fret, you know, playing the kind of that kind of stuff. So Mick would be in standard tuning, and he would use the major pentatonic scale. So when you're looking at the major pentatonic scale in the key of B major, you're looking down here. Take that standard minor pentatonic scale, and you're going to move it down 1, 2, 3 frets, and now you're going to be in the major scale. So your root is going to be over here. Still the same place in the root, but the kind of the same box shape, but the notes you're hitting with at every, I guess every note on the fretboard are different than what you would be hitting in minor pentatonic. So. So that's the major pentatonic scale in the key of B. So some of the things that Mick would do, he'd do a lot of slides. I think something to kind of think about is just what notes you want to bend and what you're bending to. So some of the best ones to bend are, this is the root note. So it's great to land on that root note when you're soloing. Sorry, I keep hitting the minor chord, it's major. So landing on the root note, always good. Then this is the major second. If you bend it up, you're bending to the major third, which is very important because it's a note in the major chord. It's that major third right there. So you kind of got that whole step bend up to the major third from the major second, landing on that root. Another thing that they would do, or that Mick would do a lot, is there's this, you got the fifth interval of the scale, you can bend that up to the major sixth, though. That's the major sixth. Again, it's in the major pentatonic scale, so you're just bending up to another scale tone. It sounds real good. That note. So I find that those are probably the ones he bent the most. So he'd have a lot of just landing on that root, bend up that major second and the major third. Very common, and then bending up that fifth to the major sixth. Again, just always kind of landing on that root and getting that really sweet major sound out of it. Another thing I've heard him do, not as much, but it does sound good in the right context, is you got the root note. Which the root note, you can kind of bend up to that major second. I feel like something you want to do when you're playing in the major keys, you want to make sure you kind of get to the target note, you know, whereas when you're just playing minor blues, you can be kind of greasy and sloppy with it, and it sounds good, but when you're playing major, I feel like you kind of got to really get to the scale tone to make it again, you're trying to kind of play in key and get that sweet sounding, kind of happy major sound out of it. So anyways, I got this backing track, like I said. Something like that, so. There it is, kind of like I said, kind of like tumbling dice. And I'll just kind of run through some stuff and talk, but. So again, B major, that's the root of the scale. So, really happy. Like to do these like sliding up the scale tones, so just kind of going through the scale tones. And you can go kind of all the way up to the next octave. Try not to screw it up. Then the root note, ready? I'm getting the precise bend. Bending up to that major second. Bend the major second and the major third. You like to do that, kind of bend to that major third and then hit the fifth, so. You also like to bend the fifth up to the major sixth and hit the root. So ready? Country. Happy as shit. messed up a bunch in there, as you can see, but I hope you get the kind of major feel of the major pentatonic. So you got the root note, great to land on, bending that major second up to the major third, and bending that fifth up to the major sixth, bending that root up to the major second. Cowboy kind of you know, country style. That kind of stuff. So anyways, Mick Taylor, Rolling Stones. Mick Taylor's bad to the fucking bone. I mean, if you go listen to anything in the blue, like the Crusade album with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, he's amazing. He doesn't get enough credit. His guitar playing is just phenomenal. His phrasing is just incredible. So anyways, check out Mick Taylor, Major Pentatonic Blues. Give it a try. Anyways, take care. See you.